Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Weaves of Waves. Yeah, I thought I was going to be big and clever this morning. It's never a good idea. I went out with a video camera, and yeah, the video I shot wasn't bad. However, I did 11 minutes of recording, and I was chatting away as I usually do, and the audio was awful. The wind was picking up the woo 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 woo. Even though I did use a little padded thing over the microphone. So yeah, I'm going to patch in some of the beautiful scenery because we had a huge storm last night. Last night was the full moon in Aries, the red October moon. And yeah, boy, whoo, then we had a storm. We're still standing, and the whole place is washed clean this morning. So I've talked about storms and how they flow over us and through us, and when they have passed, there is nothing. Then there is stillness, and this morning is the bright stillness, and it's beautiful. It's like crystal clear, and yeah, you can see spiderwebs sort of reforming, and everything is washed clean, and it's kind of beautiful out there. So I wanted to show you pictures of that. So I'll see if I can splice them into this video because, as I said, the audio was so bad. Oopsie. So, yeah, I also found lots of little mushrooms sprouted up. I don't know, they look pretty much like magic mushrooms, maybe. I don't know, I'm not an expert. I did take a photograph with my phone, and yeah, they seem to, this says warning, do not eat, may be hallucinogenic. But they're all sprouted up all around me, so I've taken some footage of little mushrooms that are sprouting up. No, I will not be picking them. That's not my thing. But it's lovely to see them because we were chatting about them last night a little bit. I went to Avebury for the full moon ritual there and met some amazing people, and we were chatting about everything, lots and lots, and it's like, I really need to shut up sometimes. It's just so nice to have people around and sort of happy chatting away, and yeah, sometimes Kate should just shut up and keep her opinions to herself. It might happen one day. I do recognise that I talk too much. Anybody who watches my videos knows I talk too much. And yeah, I sort of may have over-talked yesterday, but I've just said to them that they can say, shut up, Kate, at any time. So they did have the option there. So yeah, I did a whole 12 minutes of talking, and it won't be the same, but maybe it will be better because maybe I can formulate my thoughts a bit more clearly, because it's by talking that I put my thoughts into sort of some format. And I was talking about belief. Yeah, belief. It is a very controversial subject. To have a belief in something. Look at the word, be a lie, B-E-L-I-E. Well, be life, maybe, be a lie. I don't like that. I've looked at beliefs. You know, we kind of make them up as we go along. And yeah, I'm in that, because once upon a time I believed I was 18. I did believe I was 18 because, quite frankly, I was 18. I'm not 18 now, and if I believed I was 18, you would say that's unreasonable, illogical. So, this is where that word, that's a modern word, gaslighting. Because if I gaslit you into believing I was 18, that's not right. That's inflicting my beliefs on you and getting you confused as hell. And I can see an awful lot of parallels with this because I'm told to believe things. And I go away and I think about it and I don't believe it at all. I think it's bollocks. And they're saying, but here are facts and stats to back up why we believe this and why we think you should believe this. And I'm going, I still don't believe it. Because I believe maybe your numbers are wrong. They don't add up properly. Maybe I've added up your numbers differently. Maybe lots of things, but one way or the other, facts, the great God facts, I've written about this in a blog. There's more to it than facts. Because this world it's not necessarily based on the science as we know it today. I mean, if you've studied quantum physics, and I have, because I love it, waves and particles, could be, depends if you're looking at it at the time. And it confuses the hell out of things. And it means that the material world isn't everything. In fact, the material world is just an illusion. It's another belief. So quantum physics is another belief. And this is where it starts to get very, very hippie shit. Because it doesn't matter. If you believe in something, you make it true for you. And I can't affect that. If you are fundamentally firm in your beliefs, if you believe that women are inferior and people of colour are not as good as you, or people that are no colour are not as good as you, those are your beliefs, and guess what? No one else can change that. Absolutely no one else. Flat out. Your beliefs, usually, if you're that way inclined, that's a fixedness in you. And for me, who has very little beliefs or fixedness, if you've got a fixedness, you don't want to change that. Do you know why? Because it's scary. Scary as fuck. I don't use that language unless I want to emphasize something. So you are scared if the foundations of who you think you are, who you believe you are taken away. And if you have a belief that women are inferior, and I try and take that away from you, you are going to fight me tooth and nail. And if someone wants to tell me that I mustn't believe, I don't know, trees. I love trees. I think trees are beautiful, and when I'm with big tall trees, like you can see in the videos, I feel connected to something greater than myself. So if I want to believe in trees, and maybe believe that trees are my gods, then who's to tell me not? And maybe I need trees in my life. Maybe I need standing stones in my life. Maybe I believe I need standing stones and trees in my life. So I'm not going to allow you to take that belief away from me, because I feel I need them. And unless you replace them with something just as equal, I'm going to fight tooth and nail for my beliefs. And that's where you can see people clashing, because realities start to clash. My beliefs versus your beliefs. But when it comes down to it, you can't change me. And I can't change you. And the people that we gravitate more to share a few beliefs. So we have an understanding. Then beliefs may be slightly different, but it's still compatible. The frequencies can be in harmony sometimes. I like people who have different beliefs than me. However, they can't be extreme. They have to be reasonable in my world. But there again, reason, beliefs, again, what's reasonable for me doesn't need to say is reasonable for somebody else. So people that have different beliefs are fine, but they are, as long as those are reasonable beliefs and there is open to dialogue, then we're fine. But there are people out there who have, in my opinion, unreasonable beliefs and are not open to dialogue. And I think that is a huge division. And you're not going to cross that. It's almost like you're not meant to vibrate with everybody. Because if I am reasonable, I have to say all beliefs are valid or none of them are. That's a logical supposition. And yeah, so either I have beliefs that are compatible with yours or I don't. And yeah, we're going to fight for our own beliefs. We're going to fight for them because they are how we keep sane. It's a coping mechanism, this world. I'm willing to be flexible in my belief. You see, that makes me feel like I'm virtue signaling because I'm flexible, but maybe I don't feel that other people are. And yeah, there we have again, virtue signaling beliefs. But I don't believe that I'm 18 anymore. I believe I'm 50, so I can change my beliefs. And I like that. And yes, it may be virtue signaling, but I still think I like the ability to be able to not be fixed in my beliefs. Superpower. I can believe anything I choose. I remember long ago when I was touring Ireland. I loved Ireland. It was a beautiful country, and I went all by myself. I went and I drove. I got on the ferry and I drove from Dublin right the way across to Galway. And yeah, it's amazing countryside, a little bit barren, a lot of rocks. This was when I was 21, I was very young. And I'd read a book, and I can't remember the book's name, but I read a book about beliefs, about changing and affecting the world with your beliefs. So I checked into this hotel, and across the road was a barracks, army barracks, normal squaddies. Saturday night. I am a single girlie travelling alone. And I had just finished this book and I thought, I wonder if I can get myself into a state of fear. If I can believe that I'm a victim, that I'm worried about these squaddies learning that I'm on my own and I've got to go down for supper and I'm going to be eating in the dining room all by myself and the bar is pretty close. So I wonder how frightened I can get of these army guys. And yeah, I got myself into a state. And I remember it was hard because I'm pretty savvy with this. Even when I was younger, I could travel fairly well. And I've traveled through a lot of dangerous places and I was fine. And I do believe it's a mindset. So I have to put my mindset in that either I'm invisible or I'm totally safe. And I reversed it. And suddenly, yeah, I got attention I didn't like. I really got attention I didn't like. And that wasn't fun. And it got to a point where I went back to my hotel room and people were banging on my door. Come on, love, come and have a party. They were probably harmless. But I had put up a vibe that I believed I was a victim. I had done it consciously. And from that moment on, I can believe anything. You add a fairly logical for me, within my parameters of information. You add the information and you add the situation. You add emotion and you let it go. And you can change your beliefs or you can fake a belief. And that fake will put it out there. So yeah, I was playing with this stuff for quite some time. But how fixed are you in your beliefs? Can you change them? Can you acknowledge that there's other people out there with alien beliefs? They believe stuff that you think either is laughable. Whew, I've been there. Sorry, I admit it. I may have laughed at some people's beliefs. Whoopsie. Or maybe some people that have got compatible beliefs that you enjoy being around. Anyway, that was what I was ranting in the tree circle this morning. Yeah, food for thought. I love you lots. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye now.